Hello, hello, hello. My name is Audrey Hamilton. I am the Entrepreneurial Assistant. I'm a business coach, virtual project manager, and the founder of the Entrepreneurs Community. Our group is quickly growing, and I'm super duper excited about that. So tonight I wanted to talk about a little bit about lead generation. So if anyone is in the group and they've been paying attention, I've been talking about lead generation for like the past week pretty heavily. So the reason is lead generation plays a huge part of your business, and you need to know how to generate leads in order for your business to actually grow. If you run out of leads, you run out of business, is basically what the saying is. But here we're going to be talking about ways that you actually still have leads so you can continue your business. So leads are really not that hard to find, but just kind of giving a little bit of more insight of where you can actually find them, because if you don't know where they're at, you don't know. So anyhow, we're going to get into that in a minute, but I wanted to share with you guys really quickly the sale kind of thing I have going on. So currently I am selling my lead generation for social media ebook. It has become my best seller since it came out in February, and I'm just like super duper excited about that. So for now, I also added a free 30 lead magnet cheat sheet. And what it does is it has 30 different ideas for you to create, that you can create lead magnets with, that you could send to, for instance, your Facebook group. You can send them to your email list or send them wherever you need them to go. So you'll be able to have that. It has a few extra things, such as what you can do with some of those ideas, like turn it into a video, turn it into trainings, turn it into a PDF file, a digital file, or whatever. And then you could also send them to podcasts or whatever. So anyhow, that's just available for you all if you get this lead book, and you'll also get my 5 top messaging techniques as well. So all of that is currently basically a 3-for-1 deal for $10. So if you guys are wanting that book, please let me know down in the comments. Just put in lead generation book or book, whatever you guys want to, I'll understand. And so let me know, though, and I will be sure to reach out with you for the link so that you guys can purchase that. So into our little Blitz tip session. So I'm talking about, again, lead generation. So a few things, of course, you need to know your target market and what your offer is. So from there, what I kind of suggest is, if you're on Facebook, you can go check out different Facebook groups to find out your leads. So if you're selling skincare, it will be like go try to find a group with women or skincare for women. You could also go to mom groups, and basically whoever's in your target market. So if you sell skincare and you're doing women over 40 is your target market, I'm pretty sure that there's a few groups that have women or over 40 groups that will be interested in what you have to offer. So some groups, of course, have promotional times, some do not. So if they do not, what you can do instead is you could post conversation starters. You don't do cold promos because you will get kicked out of the groups. You leave that for the other groups that do. I don't always suggest the groups that always have promotionals going on, because your offer will then actually be dragged down, and it'll just kind of become like you'll be a river. You're basically in a river of people with different offers selling exactly what you have to offer, and that is not really fun. Of course, you could get a few leads from there, but you're more likely to actually get leads when you create better posts, such as conversation starters. You'll get better things too if you do tips and just like personal posts. You could share your experience with the products and just be like, I love these products, or look how great my skin looks, or having conversation starters such as what is your biggest struggle with skincare? What would you feel like if your skin was cleaner, or whatever you wanted to do? So those are just a few ideas. And here's the trick with this. Once they actually engage on your posts, anyone that likes, comments, and even sometimes shares, if some of the groups allow that or not, you can actually reach out to them and you could just start up a friendly conversation. What leads to the next part is getting to know them. So I don't suggest being just like, oh, here's my offer, or hey, here's a super duper personal question. What it will do is what is your biggest struggle with skincare? A lot of people just kind of like ignore that, honestly, until they get to know you a little bit more. So you could be like, hey, thank you so much for engaging on my post. Or you could be like, hey, I saw you like this. I would love to get to know you a little bit more. How has your week been? Or you could be like, hey, I wanted to introduce myself. Here's a few little things about me, a little fun facts. I would love to hear some fun facts about you. Or you could be like, what are some wins? What is something I can do to celebrate with you? Something more fun and lighthearted that they have a chance to really get to know you, get to share what's going on. And that's where a lot of fun gets to, because you're also building that genuine connection that you need to ask them later on if they want to become a consultant with you, if you sell skincare, or if they want to purchase from you, they actually would trust you. If you want them to then also like ask them to share posts, or because you have a freebie going on, they'll be like, oh yeah, totally, and stuff. So there's a few things that could go on once you actually get to know them, because also word of mouth is a major thing. Once you have one happy customer, they can end up sending you 10 more. And so it's really great when you actually get to do that, and it's so much fun. So definitely use your posts that you create inside of the groups to send people messages. So we're kind of going down a funnel here, but it's a lot of fun. And then from there, you can also be like, hey, I have a lead magnet, or I have this freebie for you, this gift, if you sign up, if you want to join my email, if you want to join my group, or wherever you want to send them. What you want to do is then lead your messaging to direct them. Once you get to know them, try to direct them to something that they need. So it might then become, once they kind of open up a little bit more, you could be like, okay, what is something you're struggling with? And then, okay, here's something that I have for you. So basically, I like to try to keep messages between 2 to 4 messages roughly. Once they kind of get to know you, you can then ask another question, kind of a little bit more personal about what they're struggling with, or if they're whatever's kind of in your market, whatever you're selling. And then you kind of just send them down a little funnel with your own messaging. And then once they purchase that too, later you could always be like, how did you like it? And keep that connection going, because then whenever you do that, it could open up more opportunities. If you're skincare, they could become a consultant with you. If they might be like, okay, I want to do this and send other people towards you, or whatever. So there's quite a few things that could go on with that. Also, sometimes people, once they purchase from you once, have a tendency to forget about you a little bit sometimes if you don't message them after a while. So once you message them again, they may be like, oh yeah, I want to purchase this. And so then they make a purchase again. So definitely go back to who you work with as well. So then the last thing I really have for you guys tonight is make sure that you have your leads organized. So there's a few systems like Google Sheets, Excel. I love Airtable because I can actually do a few more extra things with it. I basically have everything in Airtable, just about. So I love Airtable. But you can do a whole lot of things in there. And so once you do that, you can be like, okay, here's their email, here's what they were struggling with, and whatever else information you need. If you create a Facebook group, you can end up sending some membership questions that will help out with some of that. They're not always going to fill it out, but you can end up using some of that information to also better curate content and help people with what they actually need help with. So I know this is kind of like a big thing. Lead generation is not just something that's just like a quick one area and done. It actually has a lot of things in it. And for this quick little video, it's just too much to do. But there's a whole lot here. So I don't have any freebies for you tonight. Sadly, I'm sorry. please forgive me. I'll have one for you in the next Blitz tip. But I do have my lead generation stuff available. If you want that, just let me know down in the comments and I will be sure to get you that. All right, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a great evening.